live, there's always that little pause between whether you're live or whether you're not. So I trust that I'm live because we have those few seconds difference. Sorry, my hair seems to be annoying. How is everybody this beautiful Monday morning? It's beautiful weather here in the amazing Perth. I think it was 27 degrees yesterday, and it's going to be another 26, 27 degrees today. So spring has definitely sprung. Thank goodness. So what are we talking about tonight? So video. So thank you all so much for the feedback that I've been getting around videos, and also for some of the questions that you guys have been asking me to answer. So instead of answering them all individually, I thought it was easier to come on here and actually give you that. So we've gone through, if you haven't seen them other days, guys, have a search in my profile about how to edit videos, how to put them together, how to put a script in, images and sounds. But today we're going to go through the top 3 types of videos that are best for you to use in your marketing for high conversion. So I've delivered before the top 5 videos, and we've gone into detail in it. So I'm just going to touch on the top 3 here today. We can only go into a certain amount of detail in the time we have, but I really wanted you to walk away with some value of what are the best 3 types of videos to use in your marketing and in your advertising, whatever way, shape or form you're using that. So we know at the moment that, you know, we get kind of almost blind to a lot of the social media, a lot of the media that's going on at the moment. So the way to make sure that we stand out is by using some kind of contrast or something that actually stops the person scrolling. So here's the top 3 that I believe are the best ones to use. So number 1 is the problem. So make videos on the actual specific problem that you know your ideal client has, that your service or product, whichever it is for you, that solves. So talk about the problem. So for example, if it was weight loss, let's just use that for an example. So if your product was something to help people lose weight, well, then you would talk about what they were experiencing on an emotional level in their world, because they have this problem called weight, let's just say. So it may be they're not fitting into certain clothes, or they're feeling unwell, or maybe they're out of breath when they go to do stuff. Whatever that is that your specific product or service solves, then you talk about that. You make a video about that. So think about some of the videos that you've already watched, because it's something you go, oh yeah, that happened to me. Oh yeah, that happens to me. And you'll scroll through it and you will watch it. So talk about the problem is number 1. Be very specific around the problem, because then as you're talking around the problem, you can give the answer, you can allude to the answer within that, as long as it's connecting with your message. So being really clear on your message. So remember, I spoke about the right message to the right person at the right time. So if they're suffering, if they have a problem and you're the one talking about it and using compassion how you talk about it, then they're going to resonate with you, as in, she knows or he knows what's going on inside my head. They get me. And people will work more with people that they know, like, and trust than they will with people that they have no relationship or trust with. So that's number 1. So the problem types of video, and we can go into more detail in that when I have more time with you. So remember to put stuff in the comments if you have any other questions, or private message me, entirely up to you. Okay, so that's problem is number 1. Another one is questions. Now, when I say questions, it's not just asking any random question that's coming out of the blue. You want to be asking questions and have a knowledge of some of your market research. Make sure that you know, I always liken it to, what are they typing into Google when nobody's watching? What is your ideal client typing into Google? And there are a few different ways of finding that out as well, by some research, and there's some apps and ways that you can actually find out what people are typing in. So Google Keywords is another way of doing it. Because when you know what people are, you know, heaps of people are typing in, you can do a video that kind of goes into that question and answers that question, provide the answers that they're seeking. They're going, oh my God. Again, just to use weight loss, because weight loss is quite an easy example to use, because you can use contrast in it quite a lot. You know, you have before and after photos, which are terrific. But for questions, it may be, how can I lose weight when I've tried every diet in the world? Cool, make a video that answers that question. But then the headline would be around that kind of question. So I hope that makes sense to you. So that's the second one. So you're talking about their problem and then you're answering their question. Because if they're typing it into Google, they're waiting for somebody to answer it. And when they answer it, you start to develop and build a relationship with them, or an opportunity for them to buy your service or product if it is the answer to what they are talking about. So the third one, of course, is stories. Stories is, now stories can be about you, or they can be about people that you've worked with, or they can be about somebody else. So usually they are a success story. So it'll be, if you actually look at Joseph Campbell's work, you look about the hero's journey. So all of our real success stories, think about a movie that has a happy ending, they all actually go in these steps of the hero's journey. So it may be that you, the rags to riches, the before and after, you know, here I was, for example, if I was to use my story, here I was working in hospitality for so many years until I found a new way of doing things. And in a video, you can really change it. You can change the background, you can put the words across, you can put some music, you can put moving video into it. It's just endless. It's limited only by your imagination. It could be a story. One of the videos that we showed was a story about was it Susan? Yeah. Hey, have you met Susan? And it was a little story about Susan started here, then she had a problem, and this is how she solved it. So the story can be your success story. It can be theirs. It can be one that needs to bring them into it. So it needs to tap into emotions and the before and after contrast. So the illusion is, or the thought is, if she or he can do it, so can I. So you bring them on a little story so that they can see the opportunity that they can have that kind of success too. So they're the three main ones: is problem, talk about the problem that they have as if you know them and how what you have can help them with it. And there is a way to transition that in. Questions, get to know the questions that they're asking already and make sure that you're answering that question for them. And then number 4 is stories. Tell them a powerful story. Tap into the emotions, tap into the contrast. Make sure that you are bringing them on this little emotional roller coaster within that story to the success that they want. So I hope that makes sense with the videos, guys. Make sure you leave a comment below or private message me about any questions that you have, and I will keep sharing with you some tips that people are asking me for all around video at the moment. So for now, it's bye from me.